So some of you might be wondering, okay, so we saw several portions of Matt Lauer talking to Donald Trump and not really challenging him or giving him follow-ups. What was it like when he was interviewing Hillary Clinton? Well, we have one video that really stood out to most people who are watching the town hall. Let's take a quick look at that.
You have said you expect the Iranians to cheat. You think they'll buy time and perhaps stay along their course to building a nuclear weapon. If they cheat, Secretary Clinton, will you have any course of action other than a military course of action? Would you enter into negotiations with them again? Would you go back to economic sanctions knowing they cheated and are then closer to a nuclear weapon?
Matt, look, let me put this in context because this is one of the most important strategic questions we face. When I became Secretary of State, the Iranians were on a fast track to acquiring the material necessary to get a nuclear weapon. That had happened the prior 8 years. They mastered the nuclear fuel cycle, they built covert facilities, they stocked them with centrifuges, and they were moving forward. What was our decision? Our decision was to try to put together an international coalition that included Russia and China to exert the kind of pressure through sanctions that the United States alone could not do.
Right, but you said you think you're going to cheat.
Look, this is an important issue. I know we're on TV. We don't have a lot of time.
I want to get to a lot of questions.
I will talk quickly.
So that was one example, but I did notice that, you know, she gives detailed answers because unlike Trump, you know, she has detailed answers. Like she's actually worked on policy, and whether you like her or not, okay, she is unquestionably smarter than Trump, way more experienced than Trump, way more nuanced than Trump. And every time she tried to get into the details of her policy ideas or the decisions that she made that some people have problems with, Matt Lauer would interrupt her. And I get it. You don't get good sound bites when you have a long, drawn-out answer. But we're here trying to listen to what she has to say. If you ask her questions, just let her finish. Let her finish.
And the framing on that was, well, you could be kind and say that it was tough, or you could say it was totally unfair. Assuming that Iran cheats, in his hypothetical, are you going to go to war or are you going to let them cheat? I mean, it's like asking, when are you going to stop beating your wife? There is no good answer to that, right? It's like trying to catch her in an unanswerable question. Well, first, I've got to set up the context of why the deal was good in the first place and why they're not cheating. And as she's doing that, no, I'm going to interrupt you. No. Get to my unanswerable question. Are you going to invade them, which the American people kind of hate, or are you going to let them cheat, which the American people kind of hate? Now, again, if he was even-handed and set up similar questions for Trump, then you'd say, well, at least it was an even playing field. But in this case, no, everything was, I got you, Hillary Clinton, when you didn't get her at all. And in fact, when she's in the middle of giving you a smart answer, you interrupt her because you're annoyed by her smart answer. And with Trump, you let him walk all over you and say absurd things like, we're going to be losing jobs like babies.
Yeah.
And yet you don't interrupt that.
And you would think that if you have someone running for president, you want as much detail as possible when they're answering these questions. But unsurprisingly, one of the criticisms toward Hillary Clinton's performance last night was that she was bogged down by too many details. Let's take a listen to Scarborough and Chuck Todd discussing Hillary's flaws. Take a listen.
Last night, really nobody was a winner. It was more of a draw, and the way I look at it is the final, very sloppy preseason game of the year before the first debate starts.
No, there's no doubt they both need better debate prep. Hers, though, is not informational, right? Hers is stylistic. Hers is also, you know, figuring out how to give an email answer that is credible and at the same time short. You know, she gets bogged down in detail.
I actually don't think that she gets bogged down in detail. I think that we want as much detail as possible from both candidates. And look, I actually agree with Scarborough in that both candidates did poorly last night, okay? For different reasons. Donald Trump because he's a moron. Hillary Clinton because she is not believable, okay?
That is the core of both of their problems.
Yes.
You're exactly right.
She is not trustworthy. When she's talking about her decision to use a private email server, one of her biggest arguments or her defense was, well, these emails didn't have the header that indicated that it was classified. But you should know through the content included in the email that it's probably sensitive and you shouldn't be sending it through a private email server.
Besides
right?
which, that's why you shouldn't have used the private server in the first
Yes.
place. Besides which, now we find out that that you shredded a lot of the emails. You had your staff shred the emails after the government told you not to.
Right.
That's a big, big problem. Okay, I got it. But listen, here's the thing: Hillary Clinton, you're not going to fake your way through this thing. You think that you're going to just like talk around the emails and people go, oh, okay, or they'll let it go at some point. Just say, hey, man, I had a private server because the Republicans have been all over our ass for the last 20, 30 years, and this is exactly what they do. They nitpick. And hey, damned if I do, damned if I don't. It would have gotten into my cousin's personal life if they saw all their emails. Now they didn't see the emails, and they're hitting me on that. Hey, this is the Roger Ailes Republican Party that does these kind of personal smear jobs. Okay, hey, you know what? I shouldn't have done that, but I did because I wanted to protect my private life, and these Republicans have been hounding me, right? At least it's honest, and you move on, right? But you can't move on if you're going to do blah, 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 blah. Now, on the other hand, I'm 1,000% with you that on almost all the issues, and even if she's got a good answer on the emails, then give me detail. Yes. This is a very important job interview, the most important job interview in the world. So don't give stylistic points to Trump for saying, I'm going to have very, very good plans. Now, my plans on ISIS is secret. I can't tell you what those very, very good, tremendous plans are. But her plans are like a baby, and mine are like very, very tremendous. That's stylistically, that's a disaster. You guys should all point out, no, this guy is a literal moron. He says things that make no sense at all. We don't reward style points on that. It's like he's doing a cannonball in the Olympic diving competition. He splashes all the judges, and they're like, well, I mean, on the other hand, you know, we don't want to have a bias against Trump, so I'll give him points for courage and style.
Yeah.
No, you don't do cannonballs in the diving competition. Call it out. The guy's a total idiot. You power the Young Turks. We do this all through membership. tytnetwork.com/join. Let's build the media that we can believe in.